Hey, welcome into Fox Weather's nonstop coverage of tracking Lala. I'm meteorologist Bain Froni. Thanks for joining us on your Saturday.
And I'm meteorologist Jane Menard. The National Hurricane Center is now providing new updates every hour with Lala. So we will be bringing those to you as they come in.
It has been so fascinating to see this storm come to fruition, and it's heading towards the Hawaiian Islands as we speak. That's a live look right now at Hilo, Hawaii, where Tropical Storm Lala is strengthening as we speak. Hurricane-force winds, life-threatening flooding, and waves over 20 feet are expected.
So let's bring in Fox Weather Hurricane Specialist Bryan Norcross to help us track the latest with Lala. Bryan, let's start with that latest advisory, the latest update from the National Hurricane Center.
Well, you know, we have the 11 o'clock advisory. Because it's in radar range, they can give us a position update every hour. So let's see. Maybe we'll get it here while I'm actually with you. Otherwise, you can you can do it whenever it comes in. At least I haven't seen it. If you have, by the way, just jump right in and let me know. All right. So here's what we're seeing. As you said, if you look at the satellite, it looks like it's getting better organized, right? You see kind of more of a core going on here, a concentration of the winds closer to the center. The other thing to take away here is look at the track kind of coming a little bit, even a little south of due west. Now, the big question is it going to get pulled up here to the northwest? Some of the models, the U.S. NOAA runs these very special computer models, and it insists that that's going to happen. Other models, like the European model and the Google model, say no, it's going to move just south. It's going to have to make a hard right if it's going to get up there right near the island. But anyway, we'll see. The weather is still going to come in affect the Big Island, but whether we get technical landfall, that's another question. So as of the 11, oh, there it is, just updated. Look at that. 65 miles an hour, moving west-northwest at 13 and 91 millibar pressure as it moves a little bit closer to that south point of the island. Okay, let's look at the size of the storm. This is as calculated by the Hurricane Center. Hurricane hunters were out there earlier so they could actually measure how far out the winds go. And you see tropical storm force winds. These are winds of 40 miles per hour or higher, that far out. And obviously, as the storm moves in this direction here, that's going to involve all of the Hawaiian Islands. We're already seeing gusts up in that 40-mile-an-hour range over the islands. This is where the hurricane force gusts are in this area here. And you see, depending on exactly the track here, they're going to occupy at least the southern half of the Big Island of Hawaii. All right, so let's take a look at what's going on with the wind right now. And you can see some gusts now up to 30 at Hilo. There's where the strong winds are, down here. So still a ways off. We'll look on the radar. I'll show you exactly. But look up at this airport. It's about 90 or 100 feet above the ocean level up there on the northern point, gusting to 47. So tropical storm force winds there. Looking over on Maui, tropical storm force gusts up at Kalahui. That's the Kahului. Kahului. I actually have flown into that airport up on Maui. That's right on the north side. That's not very high above the ocean. And so out here on Lanai, up to 44 miles an hour. That is elevated there. But look at the Honolulu airport, way away from the center, already gusting to 32. So the winds are expanding to the north, and there's this band to the north that is going to involve all of the islands. Now, look at the radar. This is not the radar we normally look at, but if you watch severe weather coverage on Fox Weather, of course, you'll see this. There is the obvious eye, and we can analyze the winds. But because the radar beam shoots above the Earth because the Earth curves, this is about 6,000 to 10,000 feet up in this blue band right here, which is kind of an eye wall trying to form, 65 to 70 mile an hour winds. So we're going to watch there to see if those winds increase as this system gets organized. When we look at the regular radar, look, we can clearly see that we're seeing this kind of thing wrapping up here and maybe an eye wall trying to develop and a real eye trying to develop, which normally leads to intensification and maybe a hurricane. Here's that strong band of wind coming toward the southeast coast there now of the big island of Hawaii. So this is just going to increase as we get the eye closer and closer to that south point. Close up there you see it. And also notice the wind flow here. The winds come in and then they get diverted around the island. See that? That's because these huge mountains here, and they also get diverted around the north side of the island like that. So what happens back here is you end up getting low pressure back on this Kona side of the island. So if you think of low pressure has a circulation like this, that would tend to want to pull the storm a little to the north. The question is, how much is that effect going to be? The models show that. Some show it pretty dramatically. So watch as we see the cone. See that Hurricane Center is showing it being pulled to the island. Will it do it that dramatically? I'm not so sure about that, but the idea is that low is going to kind of lift it north. But there you see the tropical storm force winds moving across the island. That's the yellow area there. These are the hurricane force gusts. So that seems offshore, but still winds gusting in the 50 to 60 mile per hour range across all of the Hawaiian Islands as it moves forward there in time. And then by Monday, the winds are gone, but the moisture is going to hang around. See, the models kind of keep it a little south. And like I said, the moisture hanging around into Monday. So this is going to be today and tomorrow, and then the winds will die down across all the Hawaiian Islands.
Bryan, a lot of information coming out of this storm, obviously. We're going to be checking in with you every hour as we get more of those updates coming on in for the Hawaiian Islands. Again, Fox Weather Hurricane Specialist Bryan Norcross, thanks again for joining us. We'll see you in about an hour.